You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Tuesday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
Over the weekend, I went to that bachelor party out in the Kawartha Lakes, and we stayed at like an Airbnb type place.
Nice.
So when we were leaving, I was like, make sure everyone has everything, blah, blah, blah,
Well,
whatever.
yeah, a lot of those places will charge you an arm and a leg if they have to clean up after you.
And then my buddy messaged our group chat yesterday, and he's like, I left my new Jays hat there. Did anyone happen to grab it?
Oh, that sucks.
And then I messaged the lady, and she's like, I won't be back till next weekend. I'll let you know, but unless you want to like drive out and pick it up.
Right. Yeah. Even if she goes like, I've got the hat, like, what are you gonna do with it?
If you've ever stayed at an Airbnb, like sometimes you'll open a closet and there's like a jacket or there's a hat in there.
Yeah.
I wonder how much of that stuff is the owners or just stuff that's left behind.
Right, from previous tenants that never noticed or never came back. Like in this case, like, is she gonna donate that hat or is it just gonna sit on a shelf somewhere?
Or even like, yeah, like the place the cottage that we were at, they had like little knickknacks on the wall and stuff. It's like, how many of those knickknacks were yours or just
Right.
like stuff that people left behind and you just hang it up there?
You know what? The one thing that I don't like when people do at like Airbnb and stuff like that is when they leave food behind, like food in the fridge or food in the pantry and stuff like that. Because I've seen it. People will be like, "Oh, I'll leave this. What a nice surprise for the next person." It's like, I don't want your random leftover sketchy food.
I will say I did leave one bag of pancake mix.
And one day someone will stay in that cabin and be desperate enough to try it out.
Someone left beer pong cups and ping pong balls, and we appreciated them.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it's like the Robin Hood of Airbnbs, you know?
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This morning, we've got helium, so we're going to do helium pickup lines.
I don't know if I can't get the hole in mine open properly.
Is that your pickup line?
I'm so worried about, oh God, this is going to sound bad too. I'm so worried about it blowing up in my face.
Getting a little bit of stage fright there?
Well, I'm just nervous because I look over at you and you're all teeth.
I'm ready to go, whatever you are. Is it working?
Oh, I think I got it turned on.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
All right, okay. We got a lot of text coming in here.
Okay.
You want to start off?
I'm not a photographer, but I can picture me and you together.
Are you a beaver? 'Cause damn.
Hey, do I know you? Because you look a lot like my next girlfriend.
Oh, hey, you dropped something. Your standard time, Brock.
Do you know what this sweater is made of? Boyfriend material.
I'm not into Pokemon, but can I get a Pikachu?
Oh God.
This is so hard.
Was that another one?
Yeah, no pun intended.
Are you religious? Because you're the answer to all my prayers.
I'm jealous of your heart because it's pumping inside of you, and I didn't mean to read that one. The helium's getting to my brain.
Excuse me, I seem to have lost my phone number. Can I have yours?
How's your relationship with your father?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
There's this company, I believe it's an Italian company, that is designed. Take a look at these. They almost look like bananas. They're like standing seats. You get a padded backrest.
Is this legit real or is this a troll?
This is a legitimate product that a company has designed. These are prototypes right now.
So they want to put like subway style weird seats kind of on a plane?
Yeah, the idea is like on a busy train or on a city bus, you would stand, but it would give you like a backrest and then almost like a little bit like a bike saddle, kind of if you needed to like rest some weight on longer flights.
Why?
So that they can bring the cost down. That's the argument.
They just want to get more people on planes.
We will charge you less because you're not even getting a whole seat anymore. And in return, we can fit like 6 of these in the place of 3 regular airline seats.
Dude, you know me. I love a good deal, but I'd rather be safe and comfortable than save a few dollars and probably die.
Well, that's just it.
You catch a little turbulence?
That's what I was going to say. You catch that first shake of the plane and all of a sudden you're crashing into people. You're like, arms and legs are flailing like a Muppet just trying to hang on. I don't even understand, like, there's a strappy looking thing between the legs. I don't know if that's supposed to come up and like that's your seatbelt, or if they're going to have like roller coaster style shoulder pads.
That's actually what it looks like. It looks like a roller coaster seat. Yeah. If you want to see the chair, text plane to 762-555. We'll send it your way.
I just cannot, like, and all the budget airlines have come out since these pictures have been released, and they're like, we're not planning on doing this. We're not going to put these in our planes right now. But that's the thing. It's all like, we have no current plans. We are not making plans right now to do this. It's going to take one airline to be like, you know what the hell? Let's give it a shot. And every airline's going to be like, yep, we're doing that.
Being on a plane sucks. It's going to suck even more to have some dude sitting in the cheap seats crop dusting you the whole time.
Just imagine standing behind someone in the seating area and they just will not stop passing gas.
Dude, I'm just trying to picture like bringing a family of 5 on those things and trying to get your kids to sit still or stand still rather.
I think if you buy standing room only seats for your children, CPS will be waiting for you at the next airport.
Dude, someone's going to get in a fight in those things, man.
2 guys strapped in, throwing hands at each other.
You already see people getting into fights in their seats, let alone if they're standing ones.
762-555. I want to ask you this question. How could we ruin airplanes? Because the airlines are doing it already.
Well, this is step 1.
If we can come up with an idea, maybe at least we can cash in and get paid for it as they continue to make air travel the worst.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
How could you make flying even worse? Renee, how would you make flying worse?
Stacking like when you're in bunk beds.
Oh, God.
Just take the seats out altogether and stack people up like cordwood?
Exactly.
You know, I'm thinking about it, though. That might not be the worst thing in the world, because then at least you could, like, lay down comfortably.
Sure, but also, and I mean no disrespect, as a big guy,
Sure.
you know, when people see you coming in a plane and they're like, "Ah, crap."
I gotta lay underneath that guy?
Hey, if you don't like it, pay extra for top bunk, all right?
Love your show, guys. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thanks, Renee. Cheers, buddy.
It's just like when you pay to sit in the exit aisle, or you pay to sit in premium seating. If you're really worried that someone who looks like me is going to get top bunk over top of you, then you got to pay to choose your seat or your bunk.
Still, though, man.
Also seeing a lot of people talking about how the bathroom could be made worse, which is crazy because airplane bathrooms are already categorically the worst bathrooms on earth. But I saw somebody suggesting to just take them out altogether so you could put more seats in there.
I mean, you give that to like Swoop or one of those cheap airlines, they probably might do that.
Dude, imagine a Swoop flight where you have to put like a quarter in the door to get it open, like old pay toilet style.
Ugh, they make you pay for a check-in bag. We're not far from that, man.
Honestly, and then once you get in, every square of toilet paper is an additional charge.
We had Justice on the phone. He said this.
All right, so right at the middle of the plane, you got a kids-only section.
Like a daycare?
More like a play place kind of deal. They have like toys and everything they can throw around.
Which, like, that sounds like an absolute nightmare.
Just slides and ball pit.
But then hear me out. You take just one section of the plane, say it's the back or the front.
Okay.
And you make it like the kids section. So anyone who buys a ticket and has kids is stuck to that section.
Oh, okay.
That's actually a genius idea.
Now, can I, as a parent of children, put my kids in that section and then go sit at the back of the plane?
Yeah.
Can I just leave them there? Can we have one designated flight attendant whose job it is to monitor the kids section?
Oh my God, nobody's getting paid enough to do that.
Pay them a little bit extra, and instead of handing out, drinks, they could hand out pop and cookies and whatever. And listen, I'll come and get them on my way through when the flight is over.
I would pay, honestly, good money to be in a section that doesn't have screaming babies in it.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
2 questions for you, Dolby.
Okay.
Number 1, do you like naps?
Love naps.
Number 2, do you know who Jon Bernthal is?
Walking Dead, and then now he's the Punisher.
The Punisher, yeah. Jon Bernthal would hate you, by the way.
Oh, listen, I have no doubt in my mind. Dude has a podcast of some sort. Every clip I've ever seen, I feel like he's yelling at me.
Well, he'd yell at you about naps. Have you seen these clips going viral right now?
Dude, this motherfucker takes naps. I don't trust people to take naps, dude. I just found that out. He doesn't take naps, dude. He's a grown-ass man. No, you don't Dude, yeah, it's like, dude, like the whole world's moving while you're napping, bro. It's fucking terrible.
Is that not the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard?
That's such an aggressive statement. Like the idea that if you take a nap, you might as well just kill yourself.
There's a bunch of clips of this guy on like his own podcast and other podcasts complaining about it.
I just don't have time for naps, man. That's for the fucking birds, man. I just ain't doing that shit. I'm not taking a nap.
Sounds like the dude needs to take a nap, man.
Something bad happened to this man in his sleep one time, and he's taking it personally.
That's not a human, dude.
No, listen, naps are cyclical. You need them when you're a kid, and then you get older. Like my kids right now are in that anti-nap phase. Like, no, I want to stay up, I want to play. But then you get like into your 20s and beyond, and you're just like, oh man, no, naps were the move.
Yo, and I get it if you're the kind of person that's like, I'm too busy, like I don't have time to nap, but then you still cherish your naps. Like even just like a 20-minute businessman nap, like.
That's the thing, is like a nap is not always an option. Sometimes you're on the go, you got things going on. That doesn't mean I'm anti-nap. If anything, I'm bummed out that I'm not going to have a nap today. Tomorrow's nap will make up for today's missed opportunity.
I just, I'm sick of these celebrities, especially like all these action movie guys who try to act super hard. You know what I mean? Like, I don't trust he says he doesn't trust people who take naps. I don't trust anyone that doesn't take naps.
You refuse to take a nap. You just have all the energy you need at all times. I assume you're on something.
I don't trust anything these celebrities say. Like, I just feel like they say all this stuff to make them sound busy and important. You know what I mean? Like, relax, buddy. You're just a dude who was good in drama class. You know?
That grind set culture. You know, even going back to like Mark Wahlberg of like, I'm up at 4:30 every morning doing my workouts, eating my fish, and I don't have time for naps because the world doesn't stop when I stop.
Yeah, they just try and make it sound like they're super badass, and it's like, go tell this guy who just worked a 16-hour shift he doesn't deserve a nap.
This is the Brock and Delby Podcast.
Just a sexy boy. There he is. Most attractive guy in the room right there. That's Brock.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you because I just saw a study yesterday that says you are at an all-time high in terms of sexiness. As a new study says that people are starting to find frugalness, cheapness to an extent, to be an attractive quality in a partner.
It's about damn time.
Fiscal responsibility is in these days, gentlemen.
I mean, I get it. Don't you want someone who's good with money?
That's just it. But up until this point, there's sort of been this like stigma around fiscal responsibility of like, oh, he's cheap. He's not willing to spend money on me, so I don't want to go on like a second date or whatever. But in the last 5 years, 50%, over 50% of people surveyed have said that fiscal responsibility, frugalness, means more to them and is more attractive to them now than it was 5 years ago, with 28% of all people surveyed straight up calling it sexy.
I mean, I get it. In this economy, who doesn't want someone with coupons?
That's just it. And coupons making a huge comeback right now. 56% of people saying that coupons are no longer sort of that stigma thing of like, you know, you picture in movies and TVs, it's some old housewife in a fraying robe cutting coupons out of the newspaper. Now, if your partner comes to you and is like, hey, I have a coupon to this new restaurant, we should go and try it. Now it's being seen as you're not being cheap, you're not skimping out. Wow, you're really taking care of our family. Yeah. I'm really excited about that.
I totally understand that.
Also, I want to ask you this question. What do you think is too expensive for a first date? Because they asked that, and there is a cap, which I actually feel like might be too expensive.
I don't know. I mean, are we just talking like dinner? Are we talking drinks?
Let's say dinner, couple drinks.
Couple drinks? Oh, max $200. I'd say.
Wow.
Max.
Maybe you're not as sexy as I thought.
Well, just because anywhere you go out now, like even if I go to Boston Pizza and me and Courtney have one drink each, it's like minimum $80. So
the cap, according to the survey, is people feel like a date is okay up to $125. Anything over that, they start to feel like there might be strings attached.
Okay.
People start to get uncomfortable once you cross over the $125 mark. Although you are right. Nowadays, like, it is getting harder and harder to be fiscally responsible and also exist outside of your home.
Yeah.
Like, to go and enjoy dinner and a movie was like the staple first date of a generation. Now, it's like, I want to know somebody for a good 6 months before I'm willing to put that kind of money down.
Yo, if you go on a first date and the man pulls out scene points and he's able to pay for the whole thing. Also, that's a sign that it's like they're spending money to get all these points.
Yeah.
So, like, they're working for it.
Funny you would bring that up because according to this, for the first time since this company, Talker Research, started doing these surveys, this is the first year where it has become acceptable for someone to pay for a first date in points, according to the people surveyed, saying similar to what you're saying of, I would appreciate knowing, one, that he's responsible with his money, and two, is a regular consumer to have racked up all these scene points.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're like willing to pull out the app when you're at the restaurant, you're like, don't worry, babe, like I got a couple things here.
Let me pay. I'm collecting points.
Yeah.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Is using points on a date sexy or hot?
I think it's so hot. Like, you're telling me you have a coupon for this and we're saving money? Like, that's amazing.
Saving money is sexy.
Oh, yeah. Like, my man, he's got the most Tim's points I've ever seen in anybody's account. I'm just like, hell yeah, free coffees, baby. Let's do it.
I love the idea. Like, it used to be the old trick of, like, have your ATM receipt in your wallet or something so people could, like, casually see what you've got in your bank account. No. Show me your Tim's points.
Yeah, what are your scene points at? Especially now that scene points count as dollar amounts. Oh, I love that. We went to the movies last weekend. It would have cost me like $100 free. Scene points. Yeah, baby, let's go on a date.
Oh my God, baby. Your Optimum account is so big.
Points McDuck, dude.
Definitely the biggest I've ever seen.
You know what you do on a first date now? You go, can I see the apps on your phone?
Oh, I was going to say, listen, I don't mean to be a harlot out in public, but I have a whole folder of apps on my phone dedicated to getting points at different restaurants and organizations.
That's so hot.
I go out of my way to get gas anywhere I can use my Journey points paired with my CIBC bank account for 3 cents per liter savings.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's time for Brock and Dalby's draft.
Last week, we did a draft of weather-related songs. Today, I want to do a draft of food-related songs, so songs with food in the title.
There are so many great options for this. I mean, you could just start right in at food jingles. There are some incredibly catchy tunes, but I think, at least for myself, the songs that I have lined up for the draft are real songs, and I did get first pick, so I think I would like to start with maybe one of the most popular food-related songs of all time.
Fun fact, they're not actually talking about pie.
Wait, hang on. This is about diner food, is it not?
We'll talk after.
Oh, okay. This may have changed my whole outlook on this. I mean, this song is one of those ones that, like, if you don't know any songs by Warrant, you know Cherry Pie. You've sang along.
I am going to go with a pie-related song myself, but I'm going to go with, I'd consider this an all-time classic. I'm going with Don McLean's American Pie.
Yeah.
I'd say 90% of people on planet Earth know this song.
Well, at least some chunk of it, because it is, at last check, 436 minutes long.
It's a long one.
It's an adventure.
But it's a banger from front to back, and it takes you on a journey.
It's also one of those ones where you don't necessarily need to know the exact words. You can be close enough and sing that song.
Yeah.
My round 2 pick, well, I didn't actually think that it was still going to be here, so I'm going to head out to the country.
Damn, I had that on my list.
Well, for sure, I knew you did. great song.
I don't even like Peaches, but I love this song.
That's right. I would listen to this song for 24 straight hours and not eat a single peach, but still be happy about it.
Coming in at number 2 on my list, I mean, you got to have Jimmy Buffett Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Not to try and undercut your list, wasn't even in my 6.
No?
I thought about it, and then I was like, I like the idea of a cheeseburger in paradise, but the song is just too corny for me.
You know, I used to think Jimmy Buffett was corny, but then the older I got, I was like, that dude is living the best life of all time.
Oh, yeah.
He was just sipping margaritas, singing about cheeseburgers, wearing Hawaiian shirts. Legend.
I will wrap up my top 3 with another one that I absolutely did not expect to still be on the board by the time we got to this part of the lineup. Now, you may try to play the, this is not food card, but I would argue this is the most important, highly consumed food of our generation.
Is sugar food? I mean, I guess.
It's in everything we eat.
It's in everything, yeah.
I mean, would you eat it on its own? Yeah, sometimes. So I think that makes it food.
I guess I'd classify it as food, yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be my third pick.
Coming in at number 3, I'm going with System of a Down, but I'm not going with chop suey. I'm going with chicken stew.
I thought so.
Because it's all about pizza. And specifically, what he says that he orders on his pizza is what I like on my pizza.
Pepperoni, angry peppers, mushrooms, olive chive.
That's a great pizza right there.
Have you ever actually gotten a pizza with chives on it?
I have.
I feel like that's the only part that I've always thought, like, who's getting chives on the pizza?
System of a Down knows how to make a good pizza.
They do. What's your top 3?
Coming in at number 1, I've got Don McLean with American Pie. Then I'm going Jimmy Buffett Cheeseburger in Paradise. And then I'm going with System of a Down, Chicken Stew, a song about pizza, not about chicken stew.
I took Cherry Pie from Warrant, first overall. I took Peaches for the President of the United States at number 2, and Pour Some Sugar on Me, a little Def Leppard at number 3.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Looks like I'm back in the L column as man enough to admit. Victory! You, my friend, once again here.
Well, to be fair, we all lost this draft because it's 7:23 in the morning and now we're all starving. Thinking about nothing but food.
So many food songs we didn't get to. Didn't even think about Stompin' Tom.
It's Bud the Spud on the rain mud. Rolling down
Bud the Spud single-handedly could have changed your fortunes.
That's a good one right there.
People love Stompin' Tom.
And then also, I mean, the fact that neither of us picked one of the many Weird Al food songs either in there.
I honestly held back from Weird Al because it felt like it was like, how do you pick just one?
Well, he's got anthems. I mean, he's got Spam. Right?
Yeah.
That's a good one. And then he's got this one as well.
Oh my God, I forgot about My Bologna.
And then he's also got lasagna. Don't forget about that.
Yeah. And I mean, not even specifically a food song, but you can't forget fat.
Yeah.
I'm fat.
I think, honestly, the fact that neither of us picked Weird Al for the draft this morning. That's shame Bellworthy.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You should send a text 762-555. Ask us all your questions, and we'll try to reply. You should send a text.
Really thought this was going to be where you broke out your British accent.
All right, yeah, let's get it going. 762-555. First one in here is a bit out of pocket. Someone said, I know you guys both have sisters. Would you consider them hot? I hate when people ask this question.
Yeah.
Growing up, people used to say it to me all the time, or even people would be like, is your mom hot?
Right, yeah.
What are you supposed to answer to that?
That's the thing. It's like, there's no good answer. You don't want to insult a member of your family, but also, it would be really weird if you understood how hot your sister is. Like, you shouldn't say that.
If you were like, my sister's a babe?
Right. That's very bizarre. Of an answer to it. But again, you don't want to then be like, oh, no, my sister's a dog.
Wolf.
Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to be mean to the bloodline, but also I don't see any member of my family that way. So let's just keep it at that.
You really shouldn't. Yeah. What is your favorite YouTube channel and what's it about? Someone said.
I enjoy every now and again watching, and I can never pronounce it right, but it's, I believe, called Kurtzagat. Kyrgyzstan.
What's that?
It's like an animated educational channel. They put a lot of work into animating just questions about the earth and about science and stuff like that. I can't watch a ton of it because it's almost information overload, but every now and again, it's a nice little treat for my brain.
I've been watching a lot of that Whistling Diesel guy. Have you ever seen that guy before?
No.
He's got like a huge like farm or whatever, and he makes all these crazy trucks and cars and stuff. But then he's also been doing a lot of things where like people get messed over by mechanics or they get their cars stolen and he tries to get them back. Oh, it's a pretty cool YouTube channel if you check it out, especially if you're into cars and stuff.
Also, if you like cooking, there's a dude, J. Kenji Lopez Alt. He's a dude from Seattle who just does a lot of cooking videos. And he doesn't say it, but I'm 90% sure he's high in most of his videos. And it just makes it more fun.
It's probably making great food then,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
How many bags do you bring when you take your dog on a walk? I mean, if it's single dog, 2.
Right.
But with the 2 of them, I always bring 4 because you never know.
Dude, you got to get the leash attachment. That's what we have for Penny. It's just a little thing that you put the whole roll of bags in there.
Yeah.
You clip it onto the end of the leash. If that dog needs to go 9 times, we're prepared.
I have no sympathy for anyone who brings 1 bag on a walk.
What are you doing with yourself? You know better. How many times do you have to be burned by your dog before you bring a second or more bags?
Someone said you guys were talking about naps earlier. In your opinion, what is the best nap of all time?
Post golf. You're out in the daytime. You're in the sun.
So post-drinking, basically?
That's basically it, right? You're out in the sun. You're walking around. You're getting some exercise. You're almost certainly going to have 1 to 5 beers. And then you go home and have a nice little nap.
A day drinking nap is nice. A hangover nap is also nice as well. I would even say post-vacation nap. Like when you get back from the airport and you just get home and you like lay on the couch or the bed and you just crash or even in your jeans still, whatever it is.
I'll say that. I think any nap where you are so tired that you don't take the time to put on like comfortable clothes might sound counterintuitive, but one of the best naps that you'll have because you're so tired.
But then again, it's baseball season. Baseball naps are top tier. You put on the game, Buck Martinez just whispering into your ears, and you fall asleep and you wake up and you're like, it's the 7th inning and they're losing still? Damn.
Hey, get up, Paul.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
Let's see what he's got.
Good morning. Yeah, today's word is tenacious. Yep, tenacious. 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 And it's not easily pulled apart or persistent in seeking or maintaining something valued or desired. Well, I guess I can be kind of tenacious at times. Yeah, definitely. But anyways, that just about does it. So have a great day. Cheers up.
Tenacious.
Tenacious. I mean, that's a pretty common word. You know, it's pretty easy. It just means somebody that doesn't give up, somebody that keeps after something, especially if it means a lot to them. I would say probably the easiest way in my mind to describe what is and isn't tenacious. Toronto Maple Leaf fans.
100%.
Some of the most tenacious people you've ever met. Since 1967, there's always next year. They're always cheering. They're buying the jerseys, supporting the players. Maybe a little bit too much. Very tenacious.
Toronto Maple Leafs fans is like your boy that won't stop texting the girl that's clearly not responding to him.
Right. Why give up? Maybe this is the time. Then there's the Toronto Maple Leafs players, specifically in the playoffs. About as far from tenacious as it gets.
They most definitely lack tenacity, that's for sure. Tenacious. Use it wherever you can, all right?
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby Podcast.